Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today is gonna be a badass day because we're going to be doing the objection game round 8. And I got hella feedback on that last one, man. We really went all in. Tomorrow, man, I got my buddy Manny Cash. He's also gonna be coming through to do another round of objections. We're gonna be doing a whole series on this. So you guys make sure that you go to my page. There's a whole playlist there that should assist you, whether you have cold callers in your office, acquisition guys that are trying to close deals, or even virtual assistants that live in another country that are closing deals on your behalf. Make sure you send them the link to that playlist. I'm actually gonna go ahead and drop it in the description below. But guys, if you need virtual assistants and you're trying to work on your business, not in your business, make sure you hit me up, Virtual Squad. I'll also be dropping that link. We have over 300 real estate investor clients. We have over 400 VAs that are a part of our team right now. And I love the opportunity to service you in your business, whether you're needing cold callers, SMS managers, data managers, transaction coordinators, acquisition managers, disposition managers. I don't think there's a single VA that I won't have for you. All right? So guys, with that being said, yo, also, I almost forgot, but guys, we got a special guest in the building. Today's my boy Pablo Rodriguez, bro. Let him know what's up, dog.
What up, world? It's your boy Pablo Rodriguez, entrepreneur. Here again, objection game, round 8. Let's get it. Let's see who's gonna hold up.
Woo! Alrighty, now I'll see you after the intro.
Gave him something slight, little wisdom for the time. Told the bottom all goodbyes. I'll tell the top that you said hi. Sorry, miss your call, I've been living too much life. Always somewhere high, always somewhere in the sky, always fine, yeah.
You see the leaves fall off, you thought the family tree would die, but these roots run deep below ground zero.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Let's get it on! Last time we started with a triple OG rolling over there, so I think we're gonna start with my man right here.
J Money in the house. What do you got?
I pay under $500 a month now. What could you get me into that I would pay under $500 a month for?
Well, look, since I'm buying cash, you're gonna get a big lump sum of money. So I mean, essentially, you could put a down payment on a property and have money saved up to pay your own rent. So money's coming in from work, you're able to pay your monthly. So I mean, what's stopping you from doing that? You pretty much just sit back and able to pay your property.
But I want my note to be the same or less than what I'm paying now. So what are you willing to do to help me get there so as I can sell my house to you?
I see. Well, I mean, I could look all over, man. I could find you a property that's that low, but if you're gonna get into a good property that's of high quality, you might be paying a little more. I can keep you in the same area, but I mean, it might be a little more than what they were $500 a month.
Listen, when you get into a situation like that, right, don't try to freestyle it. Ask the questions. Find out why I'm at that point. Am I on a fixed income? If I'm on a fixed income, then you can look at fixed income housing and thereby meet my needs. Ask the questions to be able to find out what the needs are. Okay. All right.
That's when you woo! Bro, if that wasn't lit as fuck, dude. That is honestly, that's true. I like the questions. I mean, I don't think you answered them incorrectly, but your approach was wrong. I can't say that they were completely wrong, but you led the conversation into a different spot. You should be probing the questions. You know what I'm saying? Question probing. So like typically, what I'll do is I'll ask. You know what I mean? Well, I mean, why do you got to stay at that price range? What's the reason? I mean, are you afraid to upgrade your house? I mean, what can you afford? How much money do you make at your job? Are you currently employed? Are you on disability? Are you getting benefits from the government? See what I'm saying? Now I am in control. I am taking control. So try that and see if that works. Run it up, Paulo. Get the next one. Let's get it.
So for Jose, I got something special. This ain't even on here. All right. And you just got a hint as to what can help you on this one. Okay? With what he just went through. All right? Man, listen. I don't care what Bexar County says my square footage is. My house is for sale for $170,000.
Come on, Jose!
You should put
Ask
some cricket stuff in there right there.
Ask questions.
Come on, know what I'm saying?
Find out
Find
what
it.
you
You got it,
want
you got
to
it.
know.
There's a lot to
the-
unpack there, bro.
The stuff that you have questions about, like I know I didn't give you much, but I didn't give you much for a specific reason. So you would ask more questions.
I mean, my question would probably be like, what does the square footage have to do with what Bexar County says for your house price? That's one question that's just going in my head.
Okay,
But
so
what does that have to do with that?
with square footage, right? The recent issue that I had to do with square footage and the appraisal, because your appraisal and your square footage give you your price per square foot.
Yes.
You follow me? So I don't. If you remember one of the prior objection classes, there was a thing about appraisal that we had gone through, right? And so if me being the seller, I'm sitting here telling you, hey, I don't care what the appraisal district says, because maybe you as buyer are saying, look, I'm willing to buy at this price per square foot based on what appraisal district says. Me being a hostile seller, well, hey, I don't care what appraisal district says, I want X, Y, Z. Now at that point, the opening for you is to ask the questions like, hey, okay, well, you're at 170 grand, why? Because if you tell me why you're at 170 grand, I can tell you why I'm not at 170 grand. And if I can get you to understand why I'm not, because we're not using hypothetical, so to speak, factors here. We're saying we're blaming it on the appraisal district, on Bexar County, right? So sometimes when you're in that type of situation, you can kind of leverage your negotiation tactics, so to speak, because you're using the fact that, hey, listen, it's not me trying to lowball you. It's the fact that the appraisal district says here. Now, based off of this, my lender is going to calculate at this point, so we can't get around that. So let's get to reality here. You know what I mean? So that's where when you ask the questions, you get the answers. You can use your answers to be able to negotiate with them, and sometimes leverage. Not leverage, but get a person to be more level-headed.
I've never been in that situation.
All good, all good.
All good. I mean, that's why we learn, right?
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
something
That's why I
that
like
we all just learned right now, right? So we're gonna adapt it. We're gonna apply it. We're gonna make use of it. All right. That was fire. That was honestly an unusual situation that not even I have gone after. So like,
It blew my mind away this week.
but I would have known how to navigate. I still would have asked questions.
Yeah.
You know, I still would have been like, well, okay, well, I get you 170, and the appraisal says that this is X amount, but I mean, is it because the square footage of your property isn't appraised correctly? Was there additions that were added to the house illegally? Did you pull permits for those additions? Now I'm asking questions to get to the bottom. You guys got to start treating these leads like it's like a detective. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you're literally trying to figure out and solve the mystery of the house that needs to be sold. Right? So with that being said, I'll hit the next one. Let's get it. All right, Joey. Subject 2 sounds fishy, man. I mean, honestly, I've heard of it before, but my main concern is if I do this for you, how do I know that you're gonna actually continue to pay my house off over the years that you stating that you're gonna, that you're gonna take over payments on it? How do I know that you're gonna make those payments?
Well, most of the risk is on my end. If I don't make a payment, you can foreclose on me. The property's still in your name. I'm just making over the payments, taking over your mortgage. So all the risk is on my end. There's nothing for you to really worry about.
Well, how do I know you have the means in the event that something goes wrong? I just don't want to. I want some type of assurance. What assurance can you give me that you're going to make this payment?
Well, I mean, we have it written in paper. I wouldn't lie to you, obviously. If you need anything more than that, let me know what exactly it is that I can give you for that.
Okay. Well, look, if we do this, how long would it take for you to pay off my mortgage?
About 5 years, probably.
5 years? Okay. So you're going to basically be taking over payments for the next 5 years. And after that, how does this work? Do you need my help to refinance it or sell it, or how does this work?
Well, actually, my partner, he's more involved in these types of situations. I could have him talk to you and explain it way better than I could, and he could walk you through the entire process.
Fire, bro. When you don't know what you don't know, what do?
Give it to Big Rolling.
Give it to somebody who's knowledgeable, right?
Yeah.
Guys, recently Joey was in a situation where he was making an offer on a property. By the way, guys, that's my brand new Benelli that he's looking at. Let's go ahead and take it out, guys. That right there, whew, is what we call a
Excellent.
boomstick. Anyways, sorry, I just wanted to show off the Benelli because I've never owned a shotgun like that before, but real estate's awesome, so
feel
we
like
can do things like that.
In that part right there, he needs to have the "Here comes the boom" in the back.
So, it was a situation where it was like, you know, Roland got on the phone and for some reason was able to get that deal and like situated, right? What was that?
What was going on?
We talked to that seller, right? The nice house.
Well, Roland just, he just closed them. Like, he said the one thing that I couldn't figure out is I was coming across the same answers Roland was getting until Roland said the one line that he needed.
What was it? It was like, you know, we're just gonna start this process. We'll send over the paperwork. We're gonna make this happen, right?
Roland told him, he's like, obviously we're not gonna get it done overnight. He's like, when we sign today, we'll get it started this week. And that guy just said, okay. He just said urgency on his ass.
Sometimes, bro, you gotta be the one to throw the punch first, you know?
Yeah.
You can't just be waiting for the seller to make a decision. You gotta say, look, man, this offer's on the table right now. What are we doing wasting our time talking? Let's just get this thing started. I'll go ahead and I'll send you over this contract. Let's say you get it signed real quick and then send that back to me before the day's over. Can you do that? Now I'm like insinuating it, right? Like I'm like it's basically you're gonna do this without me telling you that you're gonna do this. So I'm gonna send you this contract. What I need you to do right now is I need you to pull that thing up on your phone right now while I'm on the phone with you. We're gonna sign it together, okay? Okay? Right? And now I put the gun, okay? I'm kidding. And it doesn't have to be like that, but it's literally like that, man. And that's the psychology of it. And that's all my brother did was assert himself. But when you're not knowledgeable in something and you may not know the answer to it, either partner with someone who does or find the resource to the education so that you can, look, I'm gonna call you back, give me 1 second, I'll have the answer for you shortly. Boom, hang up, research, implement, and then call them back. Now you have knowledge. Find someone even like me. What's up? I got your back, bro. Let me know if you got a subject too. We'll buy them anywhere. My main thing is that you're not lying and that you're not skipping over your words and that you're not like saying the wrong things. Like you could be saying the wrong things and that could mess up the entire deal because you lose confidence. And that's the last thing that you want to do is lose confidence. And so guys, that one was handled perfectly well in my opinion. Let's hit Charles with one. You ready, Pablo?
I got Charles. You ready, Charles?
All right.
Charles in charge over here.
Let's do it.
All right. So, listen, man. I don't know if we're gonna be able to do this because I need you to fund me before I move out for closing.
Okay. And is there anything that we can help with? Why do you need these funds? Is it moving costs? Is it to get into another place?
Man, it's everything. It's moving costs. It's getting a new place. Like, I gotta get an apartment. I'm gonna use this money to pay off some bills so that way I can be qualified for the apartment. So I need y'all to just chill while the credit man knocks his stuff off my report.
Well, look. You're in luck. We run into the situations all the time where we have people that can't quite move out until they find another place, and that's something that we can help you with. We can also help you with moving costs and anything else you need, and we'll pay that out of our end. I hope you understand it's kind of risky me just giving you some money on the front end without any assurances. So whatever you need, we'd be more than happy to help you.
Good job.
Thank you.
That was fire.
Yeah, good job.
That was
man.
fire.
Thank you.
That was leaving from a service front. What was the value that you got from his response, in your opinion?
I mean, he's willing to go above and beyond. You know what I mean? So taking that extra step, trying to problem solve the situation. That's how you get the job done.
Thank you.
Can we tell him a case study real fast? What was that one deal that you brought back to life while I was in Phoenix speaking at the event and you were at the office running shit? It was a rowdy deal. It was like an old lady that was involved. There was a crackhead lady. There was a situation.
The one with the meth addict?
Yes, the meth addict. The meth addict daughter. Do you remember that one?
How could I forget?
All right, case study time. Because this is a value add. I let this one go. I didn't even know it could be brought back to life, right? And you dug deeper. You did something.
Yeah. So this one, man, that one was crazy, dude. So the daughter was trying to sell the property, saying she had saying she had power of attorney, but she really only had medical power of attorney. And then the medical power of attorney turned out to be falsified. Then she was saying that her dad was mentally incapacitated. And then I ended up going to the house with Jason, meeting the guy, having a 45-minute conversation that he didn't even stutter during. And I'm sitting there talking to him, and I'm like, listen, and I'm sitting there looking at the whole situation, and I think we had the deal at like I think we had it at like 72 or something, and
Yeah.
we ended up getting it knocked down to like 56 or something like that. It was some insane drop. But basically, talking to the guy, I was like, look, he tells me, he's like, look, man, he tells me in Spanish, he's like, look, if I sign, am I the only one getting the money? I said, it's your house, right? He goes, yeah. I said, your daughter can only inherit when you die. I said, you did? He says, no, I'm not dead yet. I said, well, it all goes to you. He said, look, I'm going to go ahead and sign right here. You said, how much? I said, 56. I need you to drop it down to 56 so we can get everything taken care of properly. He signed, good to go.
I'll tell you right now, guys, there was paperwork that needed to be done for this individual to inherit the house.
Yeah.
And so we had to do an affidavit of heirship. That was the value add there.
Yeah.
To go a little bit deeper too, those he had the two kids, right? The two kids were the ones that were on meth. Both of them were literally just living inside of the house, bro, like not doing anything. And he was paying for everything. Wow. He wanted to just leave, bro, like legit. This guy literally took that money and then dipped, right?
Yeah, like he was gone.
But he didn't want to worry about the meth addicts that were inside of it. So we offered to take care of that situation, which was great. The buyer that we ended up wholesaling the deal to assisted us with basically filing for eviction. And we were able to get the meth addicts out. They moved on with their lives. And we were able to solve that problem by getting this guy to inherit the property. And then we closed on that deal, and the value add was there. He was able to leave that property behind because he didn't care to live in it anymore. And so, guys, I mean, like literally, sometimes it's all about just figuring out what the hell the situation is. And then, boom, you value add until you know that you just left a huge impact on this person. Remember we talked about like the 3 things that a seller cares about, right? Number 1 is what? The service that we provide, right? Number 2 is the impact that we leave on them when we walk out of that place. Are they going to remember us and they know that we're going to be the ones that are going to deliver this service? And then number 3 is the amount of money they're going to make. The amount of money that they're going to make, they'll sacrifice that if the impact was strong enough and the service was strong enough. Guys, Jose's deal, the one that he closed, right? Those ladies, the lady and her husband, Armstrong, Mr. Armstrong, right? Guys, not only did we buy their property, I paid for their service for 4 months to come in here and clean our office twice a month. They had a cleaning company. So not only did we buy the property, I also paid for their service. They had people that were offering 109, like 110, 115. Why did he go with us? Because I left the impact. Because I talked to them. And they were super cool about it, you know? So, guys, sometimes you just have to lead first with service and what it is that you offer and that you provide to the deal. And then you have to leave an impression, an impact on them so that they know that you're somebody that is different than the others, that's willing to go way further than anyone else is. All right? So let's go on ahead and hit it one more time. One more round. So far, the only one who hasn't gotten one? OG. Roland?
What's up?
Alrighty, Roland. I'm going to hit you with a heavy one. You ready?
Okay.
Are you ready? Alright. I'll tell you what. I'm willing to sell you my property, but I don't sell to Mexicans.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I am Hispanic and Irish. I don't know if that works for you, but if not, we do have a couple of people in here that are white, preferably, and I could have my friend Charles here go down there and talk to you, and maybe you'd be willing to sell to him. Personally, I don't deal with racist pieces of shit.
That was honestly the best way to overcome that objection. I only put that on the list because Leon had faced that objection so many times. Leon was like, well, that's great because I'm not Mexican.
I was like, me neither.
Me neither.
Bro, it made me think of that Dave Chappelle skit where he's a Klansman. He's a Klansman, but he's blind and doesn't know he's black.
One of my favorites.
Oh my god,
bro.
That was honestly, guys, we don't deal with racist people here. So if you deal with a racist person, you should just hang up the phone because they don't deserve your business. I don't care if they like, I don't sell to black, white, Hispanic, Jewish, whatever, bro. We don't deal with that here. So that's not a solid objection that you have to overcome. you should literally throw that back in their face and just straight up, well, we don't do business with racist bigots, so I guess this is the end of our conversation. Beep. Then you hang up and go on the other one. You should never be afraid to fire clients. And I say this all the time, man. If anybody's ever being a dick to anybody in this office, we don't need their business. Now, every now and then, it does work a little bit. It worked one time, I think, on a deal that Leon was working on, right? Where some guy was basically calling you an idiot, and then you told him that he was an idiot.
Yeah, I was like, yo, man, nah. I was like, he's like, call me back when you got your shit right. And I hung up and I was like, I called him back and I was like, yo, I do got my shit right, okay? This is how much I'm willing to give you your house. You're wanting to sell, I'm wanting to buy, okay? What's your email? You ready to do this or what? And he's like, all right.
Dude, literally. And we got the contract signed, and I'm pretty sure we closed on it too. I remember that deal specifically because Leon walked in the office and was just like, I got it. I was like, damn. That was honestly an awesome thing. So sometimes it does work, but don't force it, man. You know what I mean? And that is a very rare occasion that actually happens. But never let anybody be a dick to you, and don't be afraid to hang up and go on to the next call. Hit him with one, Pablo. We're gonna start with Josh and then swing it around again.
All right, let's see, Josh. I'm trying to think of one I had recently. Oh, I got you. All right, man. The guy that just left the house, bro, he was offering more money than you, and he even told me, he said, you know what? Whatever you offer, he'll do $1,000 better.
Okay. Well, why didn't you take that offer?
Because I wanted to see what you were gonna offer, so that way he can go $1,000 higher.
I see. Well, you know, sometimes people do go over just to knock it down later on in the process. What I am, you know, I feel like I did speak this already, but what I am offering you is what I run my numbers by, and that's pretty much where I could be at. You know, I'm not trying to make a deal out of not a deal. So if I could do this and I'm giving you a number, that's where I could for sure perform at.
Okay. So what's your so your last number was 165, and this guy came back at 168 before he said that regardless of what you're gonna do, he's gonna beat you by 1,000. So are you gonna beat his 168, or are you gonna stay at 165?
Well, how about this? I know you like Quentin Tarantino films. How about I get you a nice limited edition Pulp Fiction movie? I get you some posters and I hook you up with some things that I know you'll like as a fan.
Man, you trying to butter my roll? That ain't $3,000.
That's what you're trying to do. You're trying to butter your roll. I'm just trying to get you where you want to be at.
You're doing pretty good, man. Stick with where you were going. Stay firm on it. Say, hey, look, we're at 165. I've had that, and sometimes, like you already started out saying you weren't going to chase the rabbit. You know what I'm saying? So stick with that. Even though I came back at you I'm trying to dangle the carrot so you'll jump. You know what I mean? But
You know what you should have done? The irresistible guarantee.
Yeah.
What is that? We talked about this on the last round.
That's the paper you guys got, right?
I'll tell you, look, man, how about this, bro? I'm not going to prove myself to you or anybody. I'm willing to give you that number because I'm confident in it. If you have somebody that's going to make more money, if you're going to make more money selling your property to someone else, then by all means, go on ahead and do it. But tell you what, let me go ahead and give you this questionnaire. You vet that person. See who you want to do business with. Lewis just got a deal right now. He literally got this lady to drop from 370 to 270. That's a $100K deduction using the irresistible guarantee. Why is that powerful? Because I don't have to convince nobody on anything. You don't convince yourself, right? Ain't nobody tells me what kind of peanut butter I buy. I just get the creamy Jif stuff because that's my favorite. Why? Because I've tried them all. See what I'm saying? So you got to have that same assumption when you're doing your deals. You never have to fucking. And by the way, Jif goes hard.
I was gonna say.
That's my favorite peanut butter. You know what I mean? I eat that shit. Literally takes me 45 minutes to walk off a scoop, bro. Anyways, I just wanted to talk about that because that should have been where I would have gone. I said, look, I'm not going to prove myself to you or anyone. How about this, man? I hook you up with this thing. You go ahead and vet that guy. If he says he's going to buy that property from you, tell me how much earnest money he's going to put down. If he says he's going to buy that property from you, have him send you a proof of funds letter. If he doesn't have the money, if he sends you something from like a lender or whatever, ask for an approval letter too from that lender. See if he actually has the money. Ask for bank statements. I'll just screenshot my bank account and show it to you that we have the money to buy it, which we do and which I can. So that's always a good one that we can use. The bank account screenshots are like on the spot. Boom. Send that over to them. Timestamp that shit too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so that's how we beat those situations. We never try to prove ourselves. Let them prove that we're the company that they should go with to themselves. See what I'm saying? All right, guys. That's why some people like episode 1, 2, and 3 in Star Wars, and other people are assholes and swear up and down that the original ones from like the 70s and 80s were the best ones. And then some people swear up and down that these new Star Wars movies were balls. We all know that they were fucking great. All of them were great. Episode 1 was insane. 2 was insane. 3 was insane. Bro, when fucking Yoda pulls out a saber against Count Dooku, woo! Bro, that was the shit. All right, moving on to the next one. Sorry, it was just really beautiful and I had to reminisce for a second, all right? All right, Jose.
All right.
I received your contract in my email. I appreciate you sending over the offer, but your earnest money is at $0. We're wanting at least a $3,000 earnest money contract in this purchase agreement, and I don't want an option period. It says here that I don't have an option period. I want at least 5 days.
Fuck. Okay, I had something in mind. I was gonna say.
Give me the Benelli.
I would say, like, you know, I mean, the usual amount is 1% of the sale price. So is it okay if I ask why you want $3,000 more or $2,000 extra?
Well, when you told me that you were a cash buyer, you said that you were cash. So I mean, what's going to stop you from buying this house and putting down $3,000 in earnest money?
I mean, I just don't see any reason to put down $3,000 if I'm gonna completely purchase it cash, like off the bat.
So what's the standard that you said?
It's 1% of the sale price.
1% of the sales price. Well, look, I'm open to that, but I still, you know, at least want some type of option period in here. 5 days. Because, you know, if you're going to put down 1%, if you decide to not buy it, then I want you to be able to just back out, no obligation. Is that all right?
Gotcha. I'll see what I can do. Is it okay if I give you a call back in 5 to 10 minutes?
Why?
I just want to speak it over with my partners, you know, just making sure.
All right. What do you guys got to speak about?
You know, just the terms that you're coming to.
Okay. How long are you going to be?
5 to 10 minutes.
5 to 10? All right, then. Let's do it. You had me have too much control, though, Jose.
He smacked you up and down.
I did. I took too much control over you, brother.
Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy?
Literally, I was like, how long are you going to be? Why do you got to talk to your partner? What is there to discuss?
What would you say?
What would I say? I'd probably be like, look, man, I definitely want to talk to my partner about it. As much as I respect you and the number that you're wanting to get to, I need to get on the phone with my partner to make a final decision. I don't make decisions without my partner. My partner, you guys ever, you a married man? Now you saw I'm asking the question back. Are you a married man? He's like, oh yeah, I have my wife. Do you make financial decisions without your wife? See what I'm saying? And so I have a business partner. I treat my business partner the same way. We make decisions together. This is our thing. So please do me the favor and allow me to call you back in 10. Now I just took full control. See what I mean?
What do you say, please?
Don't even say please. I mean, you could because you know, it's natural for me. It's natural for me. All right, Pablo, hit Charles with the next one, brother. Because these are starting to get fired, bro. Fired. Damn, Pablo.
All right, I'm gonna hit Charles with one off the list. Let's see.
Child.
I have a family member who lives in the house and they don't want to leave. So if we're gonna make this deal work, right? How you gonna work that out for me?
Well, it seems like it's going to be a team effort. Is their name on any paperwork that gives them ownership to a percentage of the property?
I've been renting to my little cousin on my mother's side, right? And he ain't paid no rent in at least 6 months.
You guys on a lease?
Nah, he's no lease, no nothing, no paperwork. He's my little cousin.
A whole lot of rights, man. Is this somebody that you really love in your family?
Not really.
But
But
man, these situations can get messy. I've seen houses and property divide people, and it sucks. But you know, if you really need the money, and this is the only way that we can make it happen, I think we might have to take legal action here if we really need this to happen. I'd be willing to walk you through this process and even assist you, but yeah, I have to know that you're all in on this.
well, I think it's something you're gonna have to take care of because you want to buy the house.
Yeah, like I said, it's going to have to be a team effort, but I feel like I'm putting a decent amount of money in your pocket, and I really don't know your cousin or the situation too well. Your name does have to be on a lot of this paperwork, especially if you own the property. I can't evict them for you.
Okay, that's not a problem, but I don't have the money to be able to pay for any of that.
Like I said, this is a team effort. I can help you pay for the eviction, and I can walk you through this process if we can get it done as fast as possible. If we can go 50-50 on this, I'll put up the money for the eviction, and you do all the court processes, and I'll hold your hand through the whole thing.
So you'll take care of all the financial liability, and I just got to make sure I sign all the paperwork.
Right. And that's really all we need. And if anything, we might not even have to get to that point. There's other creative ways that we can get him out. Maybe offer him cash for keys. But you know, I just really don't want things to get ugly between you and your cousin over a property. But I do understand you got to sell this house, so I want to find the best route for you.
You think we could discuss it over steak and fries at PT's?
I'll pay for it. Let's go.
Oh my God. Yo, I'm not even gonna lie, dude, Charles. You diffused that situation pretty damn good, bro.
Good, man. You did good.
What do you think Charles did that's valuable in that objection overcoming?
I like how you kept saying you didn't want to split up for them. You didn't want to start beef with them.
Yeah, he was trying to be a service to not just himself, right, or not just to me, but also to the family member, because he didn't know how good or how bad the situation was between us. So he's saying, hey, I'm willing to help him out and you out, even though I could have been like been a dick and be like, no, just help me out. Don't worry about him. You know, get the goons over there and go get him out. But instead, Charles like, no, you know, we'll go about this process, you know, in an upstanding way where, you know, you won't come out like a scumbag, sir. You know what I mean? That's a good job. That was way to diffuse it, way to, you know, find out what the needs were.
I'm dealing with that
When you-
now, actually.
That's, you know,
He has a nephew living in the property, and they're trying to get him out, but he doesn't want to leave. He keeps making excuses, and that's one of the things I'm talking to him about right now.
me, if I was in that situation, I would use the deal to make it work, right? Like, if getting him out and be like, hey, listen, here's what if the deal would allow it, like if you were able to negotiate, say, sell her down and say, hey, listen, I'm gonna knock $2,500 out of here because we're gonna go get your nephew into a place, and since this is your nephew, you know, this should kind of cost you guys. I hate for it to be y'all. Maybe y'all can work it out with him later. Or if being upfront with them wouldn't work, I'd be like, hey, listen, I'm gonna get this situation taken care of, but since it's gonna cost me, it's gonna have to also cost you guys. We're gonna knock it down a little bit and just use that money to put him into an apartment, like for whatever like that. Might be able to get him one in them good old hoodie spots where the first month's already counted anyway, and you get, you know, 2 months free. So, yeah, try to work it that's in that route, because after all, I mean, if he's trying to get somewhere, where would you like to live? What side of town? Okay, cool. Would this type of place work for you? You know what I mean? Find out what could work for him, what he could get qualified for, and then in finding all that out, you're already getting him with the mindset he's going to be moving out. So like, hey, look, man, I found this place for you. Tell you what we could do. Here's the first month already taken care of. All you got to do is move in. You're good to go. Negotiate with the seller to be able to knock the price down to cushion that. So then it's not out of cost and it doesn't take away from the assignment fee.
I like that. All right.
Boom. Yeah. Problem solving.
Yep.
Last one, fellas. Y'all ready? Last one.
We gotta get Ernie with you.
Ernie? He wouldn't know.
Ernie said he wants one.
Alrighty, Ernie. How do I know this isn't a scam? You're calling to buy my property. How do I know you're real?
Well, we have legitimate paperwork. I work with an LLC. It's Infinity Cash Offer. I also have a business partner. I have a website, social media accounts. You can definitely look us up.
What? All right. Well, where is your office located?
It's off Broadway. I can actually just text you the address right now if you'd like.
Would you be willing to meet in person to do all this paperwork together?
Oh, most definitely. I can sit down with you and we can run it by together.
Well, look, man, I'm afraid of COVID, bro. What are the protocols?
Well, I can go ahead and get myself tested if you'd like. I'm fully vaccinated as well, and I can also wear a mask if you feel comfortable with that.
What? How does Ernie even know about this? Yo, come on, round of applause for that, bro. Oh, wow.
Thank you.
Why aren't you on this office floor, bro? We talked about this the other. So Ernie literally just comes here and films us, but like he has lunch with us, gone shooting with us, films our entire team. Really follows me around with the camera every single day. Y'all make sure you guys tap into Ernie. I'm gonna drop a link below so that if y'all need video editing, video, whatever, anything for your vlog channels. My guy has a full-blown business, so just want to show him some love. Hey, but yeah, man, insane. I'm impressed, bro. That's from doing 8 objection training videos, bro.
He's ready.
He's ready. He's ready.
He's ready to go toe-to-toe on the closer.
The closers Olympics? Oh my God,
We gotta
bro.
start the objection of Olympics.
The objection Olympics, the real one, dude, the real one.
Only real closers.
Alrighty, guys. So always remember this, and what we do, your ability to be able to overcome objections is what's going to really get you to that contract signed, right? But also leading with service, leading with impact and impression over income, people over profit. See what I'm saying? That's what's really gonna be a game changer for everybody, especially the ones that are watching. So guys, make sure y'all hit me up. We train our virtual assistants the same way. If y'all need VAs to cold call your team for you, hit me up at virtualsquadhub.com. I'll see y'all on the next video. Pablo, any last words for the camera?
Keep killing it, guys. Let's go. 2022 is just getting started.
Woo! I'll see you guys later. Let's get it.
I want the check.